Hello, welcome back. The bearings have arrived. RCbearings.co.uk. Colin, thank you. He said he'd be in the next day. They are, so that's fine. The replacement bearings are here. This video will not be as long as the last one because since yesterday I have popped off the steering again here and slipped the belt over it because I realised that the belt has to be over and under this steering assembly here. So I've done that, and also I have serviced all 4 shock absorbers. So they're ready to go. And now we can get straight into where I would have been yesterday, finishing the diffs. I noticed that David Young has just commented on my my video, yesterday's video, calling them the diffs from hell. You're so right, David, so right. But here we are here with the diff almost assembled. Well, one half of it almost assembled. I just need to get the bearings out of this packet. Unfortunately, I cut my nails the other day and I'm struggling. Get out the packet, you little packet bearings. Take that for an insult. Right, it's one to hold the diff gear in place, one, and then it's another one on it because HPI, two, then it's that graphite. Oh, I've got to, I'm using this Allen key here to stop the screw with the thrust bearing falling down. It's the graphite tubing now. This one came with the, oh good, it snapped off with no bar. Lovely. The graphite tube. The graphite tube should sleeve over that. Yes, it does. Okay. You know what it is? There's an internal bar. There's an internal bar on this stupid plastic, this stupid graphic tube. Right, I broke it off. Good. Now it will fit. There we go. And then it's the third bearing because HPI. And they like to do things differently. Okay. What's next? Well, we need to... This is the new one. I do need to clean up this shield thing. I cannot remember for the life of me what these are called. Somebody correct me. What are these called? You know, these things the ball bearings run on. Can't remember. Clean that up. A few marks on this one. Okay. Probably better to the side with no marks. This is going to be more difficult because I need to obviously line that up, but I need to put it on there without, well, first of all I've got to lubricate that without losing this shield thing, this metal part. So let's first of all we'll lubricate. I'm running out of this stuff. Lubricate this side of the diff. Okay, it's on there. You can see this is ready. That's all lubed up. If I can get it to go on without falling off. Lovely. Now this, I need to keep the like that. Okay, this is where the diff assembly gets weird because HPI. So what we need to do is, oh, I'll use that one. I'll use this one then. This Allen key. We need to. Sorry, I just checked that one. Pull that off again. I was just checking that. Right. Oh, right. What we need to do is get some stuff onto that screw from the top. So I've got one little black washer, then the spring. Is the spring clean enough? Yep. Then another little black washer. Now I've got to, don't fall apart. Got to get these onto that screw. Is that it? Is that it? Yep, yep, okay, good. They're on the screw. Nothing massively out of the ordinary so far. I mean, it is a little bit, but it's not. Oh my goodness, that is weird. This is where it gets weird. So I now need to use this thingy, this spacer thing with a nut in it, there. Put on this camera as well. I don't know if it was focused, there you go. This needs to slide in from the side of the differential and then tighten it down. But actually, sorry, it's that way around. Upside down there, that way around. So you slide in, and then I'll show this one. You slide it there, and then the screw draws that down into it. The screw's sticking it too far at the moment, so I need to take the pressure off with this Allen key, let it fall, if it will. Don't know if it will fall. Push it down a little bit then. Oh, here we go, right. That way around. Push that into there, into the housing. Yep. Come on. Yep. This has to be central, because the screw has to go right up into the middle nut and then draw it down. You'll see on this camera it's most of the way along that way. Okay, there it is. If I get this right, that should start to close up. Come on. I don't see it so far. Could push it down onto the screw, I think. Not going to risk breaking that little spindly Allen key. I'll use this tougher one. Try this time. Oh. Come on, come on. Oh, is that working? Yes, yes, it's working. I'm showing this camera as well. Will this focus? See the piece? We'll start to draw down. I don't know if you can see it right, but it is. It's drawing down. Yes, yes. Okay. Well, that's that then. That's, well, actually, no, that's not that. That's not that. I mean, you still need to put this little thing, this little out drive. Got to put it through into there. Pop. And then there's a pin. Here's the pin. See that there? Goes through into there. Go through. Oh, or it doesn't. It falls off and goes into your hand. Theoretically, it goes through into the diff. There we are. One completed diff. That's it then. About freaking time. Look at that. It works. It diffs and everything. Doesn't feel great. It feels better now actually. Now I'm working it a little bit. Bed in a little bit. And also now I've loosened it. It was too tight. But there you go. All I need to do now is repeat the process. Okay, properly long time later. I don't need to do any more weird diffs. Just the diff, rather the outdrive rings are different. A different design on the new packet than the old ones, but they seem to be better. Certainly tougher. So I'm going to put them on the front. Just line this up with the front belt, and we're all good, I suppose. Look at that. Yes. Oh, thank goodness. No more diffs. And the back one, obviously the back belt, I'll do that later on. Now I can finally get on with stuff that isn't tedious and horrible, and that is reassembling the front. I think the first thing I'm going to put down is the diff cover. It's the diff cover, and then it is this part here which bolts onto the steering assembly and goes over the front belt like that. Like that. It's It's beginning to look like an HPI Pro 3 again. Right, I've gathered up the screws I need. 2 really long ones there. 2 normal ones there and there. And then a round-headed screw there. And 2 stubby wee screws there. Right. Now that the awkward fiddly stuff's over, like assembling those weird ball differentials and servicing the shocks, I'm actually enjoying the build again, because I do enjoy building things. I don't really mind building diffs normally, but ball diffs are always a pain in the arse, and that one's, well, those are weird ball diffs. But just putting the shock tower on now. I do remember some part, I can't remember if it was front or rear, but some part of the shock tower mounting was a really badly stripped out part. I can't remember if it was front or rear. I had all these screws laid out nicely when I first started. They're all over the place now. Having to go hunting for the right ones. Typical RC build. That was not, no, the shock tower was fine. Let's get these drive shafts in place, because they keep falling out. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just attach the camber links to stop this happening all the time. Camber link. Whoop. Long screw, there it is. Turn this round for myself. So there's 4 holes on each side where you can attach for the 4 holes on each side. There you go. Bottom. I'll show you. Right, these arms keep drooping and the drive shafts keep falling out, so I'm going to attach the camper links because they're bothering me. There's 4 holes each side in there that you can attach with the camber link. I'm going to use the bottom right, because that's the starting point on this car. That's the one you're supposed to use at the start according to instructions. So that's what we'll do. There we go, get the drive shafts in place. Make it so much better when they're not flopping around and falling out. Don't know if I'll need to do some sort of droop adjustment on this car. We'll see. Right then. You know, once you've got the diffs and everything on, this car comes together quite quickly. Might as well pop the shocks on now, since this is basically the front end done. I have my squeezy McGaugers, which is obviously a technical term. Put that on the camera so you guys can see. Just in case of nipping that on there. And at the bottom, open this up another setting, I think. There we go. Is that too much? No, it should be okay. As long as I can keep the car still. There it is. Nice. Very nice. And the other side. I've got the shocks round in the order, because the eyelets in the shocks and on the shock bottoms are a bit chewed up. Someone's been a bit ham-fisted over the years, and so I'm sort of turning them towards the car so they look as good as possible. Nice. Nice. Front end is done, look at that. Decent, decent. Steering's nice and loose. It's probably still going to be plenty of slot. Those top hats, honestly, look. Top hats are terrible. I'll sort it. I'll do something about it. Last thing I need to do now to keep that front belt on is this thing. You're actually supposed to use cement glue to hold this on. I'll do that off camera at some point. So you basically push that over. Come on that camera. Push that over there. It's a very tight fit. I wonder if you maybe don't need cement then, if it's that tight a fit. Possibly. I think you maybe do, because for some reason the belt the belt seems to want to push that way. I noticed before I took the thing apart, and I was doing it again. So maybe you do need to just, possibly. There's no harm in putting a wee spot of super glue or whatever. And then obviously the belt tensioner. It's this thing here. Dead simple. It's just two bearings, really, sandwiched between two outer washers, I guess. The outer flange, then you just do that. Yeah, not bad, not bad at all. Really hope Andy appreciates all the work that's gone into this. Now here's the thing about the back diff. You've got these, they're not even hex because they're, you know, they're not symmetrical, but they're basically hex shapes. See, on the end of the diff there. That's how you position the diff. Don't know which camera's brighter, probably that one. That's how you position the diff. So you can set the diff that way, and then you turn it, and there's more material to one side which pushes the diff along, and that's how you adjust the back belt. Now I need to look up the instructions to find out what is the standard beginner point, and then move it one beyond that, because the back belt is stretched a little bit. So that's what I'll do just now. Check the instructions online. Okay, so there are notches. Ah, I see them. Don't know if the camera probably won't pick that. See the notch? Oh yeah, just about. Let's see. You see it right at the top there, in the middle. That means if that's vertical, straight up, that is the kit setting. Any one rotation, counterclockwise, tightens the rear belt. Right, that's good. So, where's the notch? There's the notch. That's the kit setting. Good. Rear belt there. Stretch that over and put that down. Try the diff setting, the kit setting first, and see how it feels. There's this is it. That's that there. Come on, that's it. There we go. Now that feels, strangely enough, that feels much better than. It's not brilliant, but that feels, it's okay actually. It feels better than it was before I took the car apart somehow. But that's the slackest setting, that's the kit setting. Odd. No, it feels good. It could be they weren't seating right. They weren't seated right at all. Very possible. Yeah, much happier with that. Okay, fine. Sorted. Right. Rear diff housing. Make sure it's all nice and clean. Plugs up like that. Now this thing also goes on top. This is a sort of brace. It goes that way. Sorry. Oops. That way, and that plugs on top of there. So it's going to be the long screws and the normal screws here. And I've got them every which way, but that's fine. That's no problemo. This is way better. This is way better than building diffs. Don't you think? You people up there. It's way better, isn't it? Just thought of something as well. I need to take the belt tensioner back off. Because I was just thinking, why on earth have I got two small bearings left over? Have I missed something? Yeah, it's called the belt tensioner. That's exactly what I've missed. So these bearings are for. Which unfortunately means I need to remove an E-clip. Damn it. Damn it, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Well, I mean, there you are. Who'd have thunk? Who'd have thunk? It's a good thing I take this apart anyway, it's a little bit dirty. Give this a clean up. That was a surprisingly agreeable E-clip, although I haven't tried to put it back on yet, so you know, don't get ahead of yourself here. Where are those? These are the two spare bearings. See, even the belt tensioner gets new bearings in this car. This car is going to be running so smooth. Be running great. Looking forward to seeing it go actually. I'm even just looking forward to hearing it whistle. Just, you know, once it's initially built and you try it out before it hits the track. Okay, E-clip. Don't do horrible things. Just work. Please, just work. Good E-clip. Good E-clip. Nice E-clip. An E-clip that behaves itself. That's one for the books. Okay. Go away. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Now all the bearings are used up. Now I'm not confused. There's the back one. Actually, before I get ahead of myself, there are these two to put on. Not sure what type of screws they are. I think it's this type. There's one. Pretty sure it's this type. I've got two of these in here. Oh, it's coming together. It's coming together and it looks good. It's looking good. Looking clean. Oh. Right, now I'm going to do the rear shock tower. I have 4 normal screws left, 3 use this, 2 long ones for that, and there's one for the front bumper at the front. I think that's it then. I could have sworn I had a really badly stripped out screw. Well, not screw, sorry, a really badly stripped out housing when the screw went in, but I've not come across it yet. Could have swore I did. Well, it's good. Oh well, that's fine. Now, camber links. Stop these things flapping around, these hubs flapping around all the time. Get in there. Get in there, get past, there we go. Which one was it again? Ah! There's thread pulling out of this camber link mount badly. Is that the one? That wasn't the one I was using. As far as I'm aware, it's the same ones. The inner bottom ones that I'm supposed to use for the back is the front. So that's what I'm going to do. That avoids the really badly stripped one anyway. It's an awful lot of camber. Which one? No, which ones? I'll double check that. Which ones should it be? Yep, inner ones. Same ones. I'll just have to adjust the camber down. I don't need to follow the kit instructions for things like camber links, etc. But it's a good place to start. You know, I think the massively stripped out bit was the into where the camber link screwed, but because I'm using the original, I don't think the back ones are screwed into the stock standard mounting points. I think they were using a different mounting point, and that was actually stripped out. So there we are. Rear shock absorbers next. Any scratches to hide? Not really. Not really. Oh yes. Oh yes. Mount the servo obviously. Mount the motor. Just set the battery bar in just now I suppose. Look at the amount of look at the amount of rear camber on that. See that? Yeah, that's neat and adjusted. But I'll do the whole setup. Front bumper. Slides over these two posts. Boom. And then this piece here screws down. Put them over, also over the posts. That gets pushed down like that. Oh, the bar there obviously. Bars everywhere. And then there we go. That sits there. There's a screw from the bottom right in there. Alright, pretty good. The last thing I need to do is screw this piece on and then the spur gear, and then the car's complete, which is awesome. Now this piece, you actually fit the spur gear over it regardless of whether or not there's a bolt in it, but the bolt actually screws it to this shaft in the middle there is threaded, and the bolt draws these two pieces where the belt's mounted and it draws them together, because there's a little bit of slot play back and forth, and you draw them together and it binds up and closes. So where's my blue Allen key? Well, I can't find my blue Allen key, but this pinky purple one is the same size, but that's odd. That's really odd. I had it earlier on, I remember using it earlier on. Wonder what I've done with it. I have an explanation as to why I lost my Allen key and why I've made a few mistakes today. And that's because I haven't yet had my coffee. It's over there, cold. I forgot to drink it. I was too looking forward to doing this for you guys. So I haven't done it. Spur on there. It fits right over. Need to line it up though, of course. A couple of holes there. Yep. I'm using hex head hardware. It's nicer. Just for this. Don't know why I'm insisting putting the battery bar there, but there we go. Just to give you the final picture. And that, my friends, it's a fully rebuilt, fully serviced HPI Pro 3. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Next time you see it, you have the electronics installed, the wheels on it, and the body shell on it, and you can see it running. So I hope you're looking forward to that. In the meantime, I will find my blue Allen key. And you guys, take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.